wondered how I make my YouTube videos? Well, you're about to find out. I think it's safe to say that everybody who makes YouTube videos does things their own way, and I'm no exception. It took me a long time to figure out what recording software and what editing software was good for me. But I got there in the end. It was a lot of trial and error. So what we'll do is, first of all, we'll have a look at what my system looks like and what I see from my little seat here. And then we'll go into the chosen recording software that I've got. So I have two monitors, which for me is absolutely essential, and just in the middle is my webcam on this incredibly trendy pile of CDs for a stand. Oh well, it works for me. And there's my mic, and I bought this mic stand off Amazon a couple of weeks ago for £10, and it has been absolutely brilliant, because when I want to use my microphone now, I just swing it across and we're good to go. So that's what I see. So after a lot of searching around, I finally settled with this piece of software called Action for recording my gameplay. It works incredibly well, very easy to use, and I can also use it with green screen, which is what I'm using at the moment. It's not a particularly popular one, I get the impression, because I don't think I've ever noticed anybody else using it, but like I said earlier on, it is a personal choice, and this one really does work well. As you can see, I've got all my original videos from the last episode of Newquest on here, and what it does, it basically records it in its raw state, and then you go into your editing software and edit each of the individual files, which can be a bit tedious, but at the same time it can be quite good fun as well. So that's the software I use to record the videos, and this is what I use to edit the videos. And I do know for a fact that this is a very popular piece of software, as I have seen this advertised and used a lot of times. It's called Movavi. It's very user-friendly, and when you don't know what you're doing, you don't want to complicate matters by having something a little bit too technical. So this one suits me absolutely perfectly. Now, we've seen the previous software which I use to record the videos. When you open up Movavi, you need to find the files that you've just recorded. So if you go down to your C drive, and there's the action file, and there's the videos. So here's all the videos that you've recorded. So if you want to edit one, simply click on it, open, and this looks like the scene from when Timothy and Ben got abducted, which is probably a good one to start. So we've got the recording and also the audio below it. Let's just make that screen a little bit bigger so we can see what we're doing. And you can basically go into it, choose any scene that you want from that particular video. Use the editing tool to cut things out, make it exactly how you want it to be, and off you go. Once you've recorded and edited all of your sections for your video, they'll appear as projects like this. Now, these are all the projects from the last episode of Newquest, and I put them into some sort of an order that I wanted all the scenes to appear in, and given them a name so I get an idea of what that scene is. And you then have to convert each of these files into an AVI file so you can upload it onto YouTube. Now, if I was making an ordinary episode of Newquest, I would edit this so it comes as one long file. So I'll open a project and I'll keep adding to that every time I record a scene. But for the final episode, because I didn't know what order the scenes were going to go in, I had to record all the individual scenes and convert them all to AVI files individually, which was really quite time consuming, but worth it, I think. So here we have all the files for Newquest converted into AVI files, which is what we wanted to do. What I had to do next is, I'll give you a quick example. We'll start a new project. I then had to add all of those AVI files by finding them. There we go. And then adding them in order that I wanted to have all the scenes. Now, as you can see, I did actually number all the files to make it a little bit easier for me. Open, and what it does, it puts all the files in order for me to then go in and do the final edit, putting background music in, putting transitions so that the scenes flow smoothly when you watch it. And once you've done that, and once you're happy with everything, you click on the export button at the bottom of the page, convert it into one long AVI file, obviously at the highest quality you can have it, and then click start. Now that process took just short of 2 hours, so it was a very long wait, and I don't know, I think it was probably because it was a 40-minute video, but I did start to get a little bit impatient, and I was a little bit worried that things weren't going as well as they should be, but eventually we got the final AVI file. And here in the centre of the screen here, we now have the finished AVI file of the final episode of Newquest. It's now ready to upload to YouTube. So while the video is being uploaded to YouTube, we need to make a thumbnail which advertises the video and encourages people to click on it and watch it. So what I do is, in this particular case, I've chosen a scene from the wedding reception, and I have decided that this is going to be the thumbnail for the video. So what I'll do is I'll take a snapshot of that particular scene by saving the photo from the video by just clicking on there. And what the software that's built in with Windows 10 is going to do is it's going to find that scene and it's going to allow me to save that particular photo. So I'm just going to click on Save a Photo, which it's doing now. I'll save it on my desktop. I'll just give it a little different name just in case I accidentally overwrite a file. And we'll save it onto the desktop. We can then comfortably close down that particular folder. And I just now need to find where the picture is. It's just there. So we're going to open it up. And there we have it. Now I am quite happy with that. I think there's plenty of room around the outside for me to put any graphics in if I need to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up a program that I've been using for years called PyZap. Now PyZap is a subscription. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but the options that you get for making things like thumbnails is just incredible. It is so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a design. Now all thumbnails have to be a certain size, and then this particular one we're going to do a custom one, and we're going to have it at 1920 pixels by 1020 pixels. And what PyZap will do, it'll open up a frame at that size. We're going to find the picture on the desktop, and we're going to import it into PyZap. That's not the picture, that's the original picture. Let's try again. picture that I have just done for this video is that picture. There we go. So I'm just going to stretch it open so it fills the whole of the screen, and we'll lock it in. So that's the thumbnail. Now I need to pop a few graphics on here so that people who see that know that it's a Sims video. So I have got the Sims 4 logo, which is transparent, so I can pop it anywhere I want to on that screen, and people will know that that's a Sims 4 video and encourage people to click on it and view it. And that's what I do for every video that I make. Nice and easy, and I think it does the job. So there we have it. That's how I make my videos. Just to give you another bit of an insight, because I work full-time, I can't do this full-time. So I usually record maybe an hour's worth of gameplay during the week every evening, and then by Friday night I can have a look, see what I've got, do a bit of editing, and then Saturday is usually spent editing, posting, promoting. It does take the whole of my Saturdays up, but I enjoy it. It's not something that I plan to do, but this is how it's turned out, and I don't mind doing that at all. It's good fun, and people will say, well, you know, you've only got 87 subscribers, you know, why put in all this effort just for 87 subscribers? And it's quite easy. I say it's because I've got 87 subscribers that I carry on doing it, and for as long as you keep watching my videos, I shall continue making them. So that is about it for today, although I do need to mention something. On Monday, I'm starting a quick little, I don't know, it's just something that I was messing about with and thought it was good enough to post on here. But I've done a Newquest obstacle challenge. I've picked 10 of my favourite characters from Newquest, and I'm pitching them against each other to do this obstacle race. Now there's going to be a video every night next week at 5 o'clock. Two Sims go against each other to see if they can get the quickest time doing the obstacle course. And then on Friday, no, not Friday, on Saturday, I will be posting a video with all the results, and we will crown the winner. So look out for that next week, every night at 5 o'clock, and then I think the results show on the Saturday is going to be at 7 o'clock, so look out for that. So I'll leave it there. Have a fun packed day, and I shall speak to you soon.